It's see love on the south side, yeah, that's right. Reppin' in the wood, got my hustle tight. From Chi-Town streets where the wind blows fierce, built up like steel, can't nobody pierce.
Hey, 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 hey. I told you I was going to come back tonight, and I did. Day number 1, countdown. Mm-hmm. I'm just saying. Hey, y'all. Happy Thursday. Hope you all having a great Thursday. Not only a happy Thursday, I hope all is well. I'm here for it today. I said, what the hell is going on? What the hell? Sorry, I know I'm wrong. I'm eating wine candy. If you know, you know. If you're from the old school, holler at me. You gotta have some wine candy. And I was trying to finish my wine candy, but it couldn't finish it in time. Listen, there's a lot going on out here. Did you see? And a couple of things we're gonna talk about. I ain't gonna be on here all night, baby. I had just watched. Let's see. I'll see if I can find it. Hey, how you doing, Lola? All is well. All is well. All is well. Hope I'm looking clear. Trying to find myself before I find myself. Because I wanted to talk about hey, did you see they found the people who robbed Shadora Sanders? I said to myself, don't they know nowadays they have cameras everywhere. And the people who robbed Shadora Sanders didn't even live in Cincinnati, Ohio. Okay, look. My camera's nice and clear, ain't it? I said, oh my gosh. That's why you can't be flossing your money, baby. Because broke folks, ninjas are watching in that order. Hold on, I'm coming. I got the hey, if nobody hype you up, you got to hype yourself up. What's going on in the news is tonight? Listen. And then and also we're gonna review there's a shooting in Portland. They doing the most out here. They doing the most. You got to be careful what you doing out here. We just had a pow with them on yesterday. And then today, another one. Somebody need to be trained. Don't you think? Okay, let's listen. I thank you. Even if the 3 are out there, hit the like button. It don't cost you nothing. Don't cost you nothing. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. All right, here we go. I'm gonna share my screen and we're gonna watch this from I was trying to figure out where is Medina County. Is that Atlanta? And let me know. This was the news conference that was earlier to say 3 arrested in the burglary of Shadora Sanders' home. I thought that was the craziest thing. First, I thought it was a setup because I'm like, who is watching him and why? Like, who would come to his house and rob him like that? But apparently, your cousin's out here doing the cray. Let's watch this video together.
26, 2025. 2 of the suspects which committed the burglary have also been arrested. DeAndres Jackson was arrested on December 16, 2025, and Maurice Xavier Taylor was arrested on December 29, 2025. The 4th suspect who committed the burglary, Carlos DeAnthony Morris, has an.
First of all, my question to you is, but I'm going to answer the question too. What would possess you to take your ass to go to somebody's house to rob somebody and thinking you're going to get away with it? I got to get my sound effects together. Thinking you going to get away with it. You know you ain't going to get away with no crime. Not in today's world, you not. I'm like, they getting stupider. As they say in Spanish, es stupido.
Active warrant for his arrest for burglary, a felony of the second degree. His current whereabouts are unknown. The suspects have been confirmed to be from the Atlanta, Georgia area.
They said Atlanta, Georgia area. I was just talking to Model Stance last night about this Atlanta. Are the folks broke in Atlanta? What's happening?
And utilize a rental car from Enterprise Rental to commit the crime.
And what part of that sounds like it was a well thought out crime? You use a rental car? A rental car? Oh, but it was a stolen rental car.
In this slide, you can see the three suspects entering and exiting Mr. Sanders' residence. This footage was acquired from Mr. Sanders' security system within his home. In this fourth slide, the suspect vehicle is seen from a neighboring residence security camera, as well as an additional photograph of the suspect vehicle, which was captured by the flop camera system.
First of all, now you know doggone well this wank went the wrong way. First of all, you know he don't live in Shaniqua's community. He live in Kieran's community. And Kieran's community, they got cameras. Y'all gonna F around and find out y'all did today, didn't you? Huh.
In the fifth slide, the suspects can be seen on security camera footage acquired from the Red.
Look at that. They got their whole pictures, face. Now what you gonna say? I robbed Shadora Sanders and got away with it? The folks who really got money gonna put some cameras up, because I know I would. But they said the neighbors are the ones who called. Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 4. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 7 of them. Now, how much did they think they was gonna get? Out of curiosity, how much did they think they was really gonna get? You know what I'm saying? Well, they thought they was gonna get millions of dollars. Ain't no way you can sell that stuff and nobody not know. Well, if you sell in the hood.
Inn located in Medina Township, where the suspects rented a room and stayed the night prior to committing the burglary. The success of
Wait, they had to pay. They done paid for a room. So they really out of money now. And by the way, what you think their parents say? Now, if it was my kids, I'd be like, I'm going to go shut my door and go to sleep.
The investigation and arrest stemmed from an excellent collaboration with the DeKalb County Police Uniform and Gang Unit, City of Atlanta Police Department, the Milton Police Department, the Brookhaven Police Department, the United States Secret Service, ATF Group 7, the Bergen County Prosecutor's Office, and the Medina County Prosecutor's Office. We'll now open the floor up to any questions you may have.
That's crazy.
Was it it seems that maybe the flock camera and the neighbor's photo was the biggest break that you needed to start the ball.
And what's interesting is, like, his neighbors had cameras and wanted and turned it in. Now, because they don't want them people to come to their house and rob them. But just come to my neighborhood. My neighbors ain't turning no cameras on, turning it into no police. I can tell you that off the bat.
Is that right? Explain that to us.
I'll introduce Detective Rodney Reese. He led the investigation, and he can speak to that a little bit more.
Yes, the camera footage from the neighboring house did actually caught the vehicle. It showed us.
Oh, there is a group of people who monitors the athletes and rob them while they're at the game. And I think that's the most craziest thing ever. That's why you shouldn't be flaunting your money, and you just got to be careful. Listen, I will have me some Rottweilers. I know it don't always work. Thank you, Lola. I know it don't always work, but but I'm gonna be Miss Lola. I'm gonna be a little honest with you. It's disheartening because every time we see something, if people of color are the ones robbing each other. See, they don't want to go and go get a job and work for it. It's easy to go take somebody else's. Not sure why he didn't have. He does have a dog. I saw his the guy who I don't know who the guy is, but who works with him. I know he came from Dallas with him and all that. He just bought him a new dog. Now I don't know where that dog was at. It was a big dog he got too. Girl, all skin folks ain't kin folks. Throw me a high five. You got that right. Drop the mic. I need some sounds. That's the next thing I'm gonna do. Get some sound. Drop the mic on that. All skin folks ain't kin folks. You got to do the side after everybody. Because there's some dirty MFs out here. We as a community got to do better. But we can't, we can. It's so frustrating. Us 3 is arrested, and the other 4, they don't have all
where
4.
we needed to go to with the flock camera. So once we found out where that vehicle hit on that camera, we went to that area and started doing the research and went to different hotels and different things in that area, located them there.
And this was a rental car, it wasn't a stolen vehicle?
There was a stolen rental car. So in Georgia, or one of our higher area population areas, those areas typically don't report stolen vehicles right away. So it was reported stolen through their department. We found that out through talking with Enterprise, and then eventually it was reported to the law enforcement that it was stolen.
They done stole a rental car. Now, how they get that rental car? Who they steal it from? I'm from Dallas, and believe me, everybody packing. Oh, I remember I used to go to Fort Wayne, and the first time I saw somebody had a gun on their side, I was like, where am I? Because in Illinois, you can't just it's concealed and carry. But some places you can some places you can see them pows. So they stole a rental car, Lola. How they still? What did they get what did somebody leave the keys in, or did they leave, or at the it must be like at the valet, and they just took the car. You gotta be careful. Listen, I will have to go get me 3 pit bulls, and I'm so crazy. I would get something. I don't know. I'll be watching that on YouTube, ways to protect your house with these modern day stuff. I ain't gonna say, but yeah, check it out on YouTube.
Reported that $200,000 worth of property was taken.
Oh, 200,000?
What did that consist of? He has said it was not jewelry.
Most of it was totes and luxury bags. I believe there was one ring that we ended up discovering that was stolen as well.
Do you have any? Why
were
do
these fellows residents of Georgia? Were they residents of Ohio? And where were their arrests made?
They're residents of Georgia. All 4 of them are. They were all residents.
So you telling me these ninjas, they live in Atlanta? I think it says Medina County. And Joe, they butts up to Cleveland to go rob this man's house. There gotta be more to this story, because how would they know where he lives? I don't know. Did they take a picture and then they just did a Google search for the address? Because I never seen them, or they got somebody's address. They seen the license plate, like when Bucky be doing it or somebody, and they got the license plate. Well, how they know where this man lives? And he still lives in that same house. Girl, I would have packed my bags. I ain't coming back to sleep in there. It's like I live in Chicago. When I did live in Chicago, somebody broke into my car, and the first time I was devastated. I couldn't even I couldn't even drive the car. After a while, I realized I need to get in this car and go. And then when it happened like 2 or 3 more times, I was like, oh, just wipe the seat off and keep it going. Let me fix whatever they broke. Ninja shit.
Sit down in Georgia as well.
Y'all done
Why do you
drove.
think they came up to Ohio and specifically Mr. Sanders' home?
That I do not have that answer to. They target high-end individuals.
You know why they did it? Because they think that he's soft. And that's what they, and well, we know they go to different people's home. Yeah, they think you soft. And I would think that Mr. Deion Sanders would have had the best security for his son out there like that.
That have a lot of money, and they go to their houses, they break in, and they take anything of value, and they go and sell it.
Do you believe that
Oh, they
they are
sell it.
tied to any other open burglary cases with high-profile individuals such as Miles Garrett?
No, I don't believe they were associated with the Miles Garrett break.
Do you believe he was associated with any other prominent burglary cases here in Ohio?
In Ohio, no. Not that I'm aware of.
Any other professional athletes across the country, though?
Yes, but those ones are not public.
Oh, so they have robbed somebody else, another professional. Ain't that crazy? Now they in Atlanta, the mecca of colleges, universities. So you tell me y'all couldn't just go to school? You had to go rob somebody? And wait till they tell you the age of these people.
Knowledge at the moment.
Can you give an update? You're still looking on one more suspect, correct?
Correct.
Any information the public should have? I mean, you just showed his picture and his name, but anything else you want to share you can provide on what?
He is out of the Decatur, DeKalb area down in Georgia. That's all we know.
Detective, when people see this story at home, what do you want them to take away from it?
But we don't stop until we find out who did these crimes. Obviously, we like to protect our people, and sometimes we end up showing legs to the party.
I wouldn't be surprised if the feds pick it up. They have to do state time and fed time. Now y'all gonna go to jail for this stuff? Like y'all literally gonna say, okay, we gonna do this crime and get away with it. That's let you know they done it before and they got away with it, but they came back and did some more and tried somebody else. Cause ain't no way, honey. Somebody talking about let's go come drive me. I got to go do a lick. You gotta do a what? What? I be like talking to my bad ear because my good ear won't be able to take it.
Because we don't get an alarm system drop. We don't have that information. But doing the follow-up that we do to be able to investigate it, find out who did this stuff, and then getting them justice. I can't say that we're always going to be able to get your property back, but we will do our best that we can to be able to get as much stuff that we can back for you.
To that end, did you recover any of the property?
We have not recovered any of the property.
Oh, it's gone.
Are they being cooperative with you?
They're not here.
Oh.
They're still in Georgia.
Oh.
They are, we're working on extradition.
Okay.
They have additional charges down there stemming from other issues.
I ain't trying to be funny, but them bags are gone. They in Atlanta somewhere. And I don't know. You better check the girls and see if they got it. And I would think that he would have like his initials in the bag. Listen, and it probably costs too much to put like sensors in the expensive stuff. I don't know. I would have to go get a safe, not the one that you can pull out. That whole door needed to be like to his closet. It needed to be had that thick iron door. He needed to have when he go to game. He needed to have the security sitting outside his house every time he goes someplace. Because I'm sure he got security while he's there. I bet right now he at home with his daddy.
Issues. So we're still working on the extradition back to Ohio.
Are you able to share what those issues are?
They were arrested. Let's see. Myrick was arrested with some guns and some marijuana. DeAndre Jackson was also arrested. He had a couple warrants that he was dealing with from when he was a juvenile. And then he also had a gun during his arrest. And then Maurice Taylor also has outstanding warrants through different departments, and also was found with a stolen gun on the day that he was arrested.
What charges are they facing related to this case?
A felony and second-degree burglary.
A
So
felony?
why the involvement of the Secret Service in this case?
To help locate the suspects if we needed them. They helped with different things with locating them and just doing digital forensics type stuff.
Listen, folks with money can get the big dogs to come help them. Now, if you down the street, you in trouble. But he had the big dogs to come check out, help him get his stuff back. Can you help me get my garbage can back?
How organized were they in all of this?
I believe there's someone behind the scenes with all of it that tells these guys where to go, but
Oh.
I can't prove that.
What's your message to the public if anyone sees this fourth suspect? How important is it that they come forward and give?
It's very important that they contact the DeKalb County Police Department. Or the sheriff's office. They are the ones that actually helped me solve who these people were. They were very helpful. Anybody I had pictures of, I sent it to them, and they were able to identify who they were of these 4 suspects.
Do you consider them dangerous?
Yes.
Why?
Hell yeah, they dangerous. If they can go to your house, don't come to my house. I ain't got shit. I can tell you that now. You wasting your time. They came to his house because they know they got the good, and they go back. They sell it on the black market. They give it to their homeboys, then their homeboy, and they put it on Facebook Marketplace. You know how they do that? Not really.
Their records show anything from theft to aggravated robbery. One of them has a longer rap sheet than most of them, but it gets up there, and they're violent. So
See, one thing they don't realize is now, like the feds can pick it up, and you know Trump ain't playing. He trying to send all folks of color somewhere else instead of being here. So these folks, young people need to understand. And some of these people weren't even young. They was between 18 and 26, old enough to know better. Old enough to know better.
cooperated with Brookhaven Police Department, where they also broke into another house down there that next morning when they
see?
returned back to Georgia. And they were indicted on that one as well. So they've been part of at least 2 burglaries that we know of, and then a possible third one where they were seen running away with guns in their hands.
That's crazy. This is a whole ring. So somebody doing the stakeout, and they come behind and do the robbery. So the people who doing the stakeout, unless the people doing the robbery don't tell, they ain't getting caught. But I bet you any money, if they got film, they gonna go back and look at these people's film and see how long people been sitting outside these people's houses, and it's the same car driving around, or the out of state plate driving around. Oh, they gonna catch y'all. They gonna catch y'all.
Has the Nashville Police Department or anybody from Tennessee reached out because there was a case of a Tennessee Titans player last month whose house was broken into?
Yes, but I don't believe they are associated with that further.
Oh, that's another group.
So the license plate, that's a key element, I would think, of your investigation in trying to track these folks down. Was there any other physical evidence that you're willing to discuss that may have helped zero in on these particular individuals?
Just the fact that it was a rental vehicle and it was at the hotel that night. It being a rental vehicle and being rented out of Decatur, Georgia, it kind of said, why is this up here? So we looked into that, found
You can't go nowhere. You got to stay home with your shotgun and wish an injured wood.
out that these people were from Georgia, so that's when we started looking into DeKalb County and talking with them and getting with their gang unit.
And I know you've addressed this before, but the individual who is still wanted, what is his accused role in all of
He is one of the 3 suspects that went into the house.
I ain't going in.
Do you believe that these are the only 4 that are tied to this crime?
Yes.
Any indication of which one is the ringleader?
No.
So where
He a
was
little
the
dry,
car
ain't he?
stolen from, and then did they drive the car from Georgia to Ohio, or how did that all play out?
Yeah, so the vehicle wasn't per se stolen, so they didn't go to someone's house and steal it.
Okay.
When Enterprise gets a vehicle rented out to somebody and it doesn't get returned,
They stole it.
that's when it's being reported as stolen through their systems. So it wasn't someone who rented it, and from my investigation, it was rented out to somebody else, and then somebody else rented it, and then they ended up driving it up here.
So I'd like for you to see this recent rise or appearance of rise in crimes and burglary crimes tied to professional athletes.
I think they're just, unfortunately, right now they're just targets. They know that they're not home. They know that people aren't usually at their houses. So they're taking advantage of them being of some type of stature in the community, and they're hitting them when they're away from home and they know they're away from home.
That lets you know it's somebody always watching you, so you better be careful. Watch your back.
Any other questions?
Could you go back to the one slide where you showed the suspects in the house, please?
It's like it's more than. Are these the same people?
Thank you. We just need more.
It's 1, 2, 3.
We'll,
Did you tell them?
Oh, they,
yeah, yes, sir.
Look, he got the bag in his hand. They are in his house. They are in that man's house.
So once we're off camera, I'll give you some more information here.
Like, how did they figure out where he lived at? That's
I
the
can
part
get you all of
understand.
this if you just, we wrap it up. I just don't want the QR code going out to,
They just walking out
Everybody.
freely. Ain't that crazy?
And one right before this one, all 4 suspects.
Oh, it's 4 suspects.
You said you believe
He
this might be part of a
18.
bigger operation, or
I think he 18 too.
I do believe that there's a possibility that there is, but I don't have any physical proof at the moment. No.
And one more time, the other break-in for which they are indicted, that was the following day in Georgia, is that right?
Yeah.
November
So
17th?
I don't know if you guys have noticed, Pac-Man Jones had ended up posting a video saying that we're going to find you. We know who you are, or something along those lines. But when he posted that video, it led me to wonder who those people were, because they were wearing the same clothing during that investigation. So I contacted a couple of departments after getting into some of the phones, and then we ended up identifying that address and reaching out to that department. And I worked with that department, and we confirmed that they are the same people.
So this was a break-in on Pac-Man Jones's house?
No.
Oh.
He just kind of posted everything out there. When Shador's house was initially broken into, he posted the video of the burglars inside his house. And then later that day, into the next morning, he posted another video saying it was the same people.
The images of all the individuals.
what do you mean, pages?
How old each one?
Oh, ages.
Ages, yeah.
I don't know them off the top of my head. I do know the youngest one is going to be the one, DeAndre Jackson. And then the oldest one is going to be Maurice Taylor. The other 2 are in the vicinity, they're about the same age. DeAndre Jackson is 18. Maurice Taylor is 26.
You 18. You just got out of high school if you stayed in school, right? So what were you supposed to be doing with your life? That let me know you weren't going to school like you were supposed to. Or maybe you was a problem child. That's why you didn't finish school. And if you finish school and you doing this crap, something wrong with you. Maybe, and I hope you're not on that shish.
27, and the other 2 fall.
27.
How is Shador Sanders doing after this? I mean, I'm sure he was shaken up by it.
He was, but he's coped with it very well. I spoke with the family yesterday, and they were very thankful that the crime's been solved, and I think he's just trying to move on.
Oh, ain't that something? That's crime don't pay. Ain't that right, Lola? Crime don't pay. And you crazy if you think it does pay. 'Cause you get away with it once, You might get away with it twice, but at some point, crime you will pay for. And thank you, WCK. What was the name of that? Hold on. I got to get the name of that channel station I just saw. I'm like, y'all stupid. And I mean that.
The Medina County Sheriff's Office has concluded the investigation.
And I say thank you to WKYC. If you know, you know. Now there's everybody talking about it 5 hours ago, 2 hours ago, 4 hours ago. I just saw it today. That's what they butts get. Stay out them people's house like that. Go get a job. I don't understand why it's so hard to go get a job. Especially you 18 to 26. You got a whole life of you ahead of you. WTF. Okay, so there's another. Oh, that was crazy. Okay, let's see. There was 1 hour ago. Look at this. This is in Milwaukee. We looking at what's going on in the news, baby. It's going on. Let's see. Another ISIS shooting. Oh, pow, pow, pow. And I thought that was, it said Milwaukee. Let's see what this says. What I just see. Hold on, y'all, because I don't want to be saying the wrong thing. Yeah, in Milwaukee. Oh, Trump better do something. He better do something fast. Let's see. Hallelujah. I don't want to be old. Okay, let's look at this one. And this is from, we'll figure out what station it's on.
Communities across the country continue to react to the Minnesota shooting.
Brill Prestiano joins us here with the
She got a nice
response in
posture.
Milwaukee, and the Action County leaders are trying to take against ICE.
Ben, Kim, the people I spoke with view what happened in Minneapolis differently, but they agree lives shouldn't be lost. Meanwhile, Milwaukee County Supervisor tells me the county board is actively trying to do what they can to keep what happened in Minneapolis from happening here.
Oh.
For Stephanie Salgado,
it's time to get ready. It is time to come together.
It's time for
Nice
action.
glasses.
It is wild to hear our administration talk.
It's a shit. That sign says stop immigration, stop crucifying migrants and refugees. Oh, I just said stop. Power no.
It's wild to hear our administration talk about it as a self-defense tactic when anybody who can access that video can see.
The community activist is one of the many Americans upset and concerned about the killing of 37-year-old Renee Nicole Good by ICE agents in Minneapolis Wednesday, and what it could mean for Milwaukee.
If they're targeting Chicago, they're targeting Minnesota Twin Cities, we are in the middle of it all.
Pastor Mariano Garcia sees what happened in Minneapolis differently.
Law enforcement comes and tells you to stop. Why would you run? Why would you try to hurt them with a car? You know, and again, that's a deadly weapon. So that's absolutely self-defense, in my opinion.
Garcia.
Hey, listen. Like I said last night, if the police tell me to stop, guess what? I'm stopping. I put my hand on that steering wheel. They ain't got to worry about me. They ain't got to,
Advocates for following the law and supports law enforcement.
It's not worth losing your life over anything.
The presence and impact of ICE agents in local communities is something Milwaukee County Supervisor Juan Miguel Martinez says the county board is watching closely.
It's essential to us as human beings to know that we don't want to live in fear.
Martinez says the county board is currently working on resolutions to prevent ICE from staging at public parks and want to prevent or limit recognition technology and flock cameras as well.
We are.
But they also have to say is, I don't have a problem with what he's saying, but you also have to tell people that if they tell you to stop. Don't go against the law enforcement because it can become deadly.
For proper community involvement, and we are for trying to make people feel safe, and they're for terrifying people. And
It's
that's what's
mostly
happening.
white people.
And there will be a protest taking place tomorrow. For those details, you can visit our Fox Local app. Back to you guys.
Interesting, right?
Community.
What's your thoughts? Well, it wasn't a shooting, but it was something I just saw. Something's going on. Yeah. Should ICE be put on ice? That's all in the queue. She lied tonight. Yeah, I just think that they should don't move because it'll make it worse. That's in my humble opinion. But it's just unfortunate that it had to happen like this. You know what I'm saying? Like, my heart goes out to that family. It was why did they put it's funny, they put stuff in the so you can yeah, I see what they doing. See, let's see, is another anything else of substance. Okay. Trying to see, there was something else in the news that I wanted to talk about before I get off of here in the news. Like, what do you do if I'm asking, what would you do if the police told you to stop? Would you And I saw on my way earlier today, I was driving and I saw how this unmarked car had the lights on behind another car and the car kept going. And I was thinking to myself, what would I have done? I probably would have kept going too because I didn't see the lights. I don't know. That's just weird. Oh, have y'all heard? Oh, and this probably become news also. Let's see. Shocking new evidence in searching of a missing Chicago teacher, Linda Brown. Let's see. This is 36 minutes. I can't do 36 minutes.
Early Saturday morning at 3 a.m.
Hidden crime. Yeah, I was listening to this on my way here today, back home, and about a Chicago teacher who is missing. She went to her acupuncture appointment and they found a car, but she is now missing. I said, whoa. Talking about, let's see, I'll give you a little bit of the story. I think it's going to start making some waves in the news soon. I know I started
There is a woman missing in the Chicago area, and she needs our help. We'll be speaking with her family member in just a minute. They are here with me. But first, the details of this missing persons case. And we're talking about the disappearance of Linda Brown, a Chicago public school special education teacher who has spent her life helping children who need that extra care and that extra patience. Right now, Linda is missing, and her family, they are terrified. Her husband has been speaking out. His name is Antoine, and he's been breaking down during on-camera interviews, begging for her to come home while a community rallies and searches for answers. My name is Lauren Matthias, and this is Hidden True Crime.
Okay, Hidden True Crime. And yeah, this story just came out.
Linda Brown is 53 years old, and she
Oh,
has worked
53.
for years at Robert Healy Elementary School at Bridgeport teaching special education. And as we can all imagine, teaching special education is a job that asks far more than lesson plans and professional resilience. It asks for emotional labor and a heart big enough to carry other people's children. The people who know
If for those who just came in, today we watching several videos story that is currently in the news. This young lady is missing. She's a Chicago public school teacher who's special ed. The story I heard earlier, she had been off of work for a little bit, and she was supposed to return to work on Monday, but on Saturday she went to her acupuncture. Sorry, some words I can't say. And hey, Beth, how you doing? And she went to her appointment, but they found her car. They saw her walking, but they never saw her go back to the car. So they don't know what happened to her.
No, Linda.
Hope all is well, Beth.
Describe her to me as kind, dependable. That adjective is important in a missing persons case. They describe her as dependable, and they describe her as deeply committed to her students. She is a type of teacher, they say, who takes her students' worries home with her at night because she cares that much. The kind who notices when something feels off, who speaks up for her kids as an advocate. Always an advocate. She stays late without thinking twice, and she worries about her students.
Hey, Beth. Yeah, I know I came home and it was the flooding is bad out here.
Again, long after the school day ends. And that's why her family says this disappearance makes no sense. Linda has never gone missing before, they say. This is completely out of character for her. And according to her husband of 11 years, Antoine Brown, Friday night, January 2nd, it felt normal. Nothing was off. They were home together, watching a movie, and then Linda headed upstairs and went to bed early. And when Antoine went upstairs later, he says that she was already in bed. And he later explained, quote, everything was fine. I don't know when she got up. But then the next morning, Saturday, January 3rd, when Antoine woke up around 8:45 a.m., she was gone. Linda had taken her purse and her credit cards. At first, he assumed she had simply left for her scheduled acupuncture appointment. But Linda never arrived for that alleged appointment. When calls and messages went unanswered, panic began to set in. Linda was last seen on Saturday afternoon in the 4500 block of South Martin Luther King Jr. Drive in the Bronzeville neighborhood on Chicago's South Side. And Bronzeville is
I was wondering why she say in the Bronzeville neighborhood, like, I don't know.
Historic community with deep cultural roots and a strong sense of neighborhood pride. But
gentrified.
It is also an area that has been shaped by decades of economic decline and limited resources. And so while some sources say that its overall crime rate can be lower than other parts of Chicago, it still remains higher than the national average and has ongoing concerns related to shootings, gang-related activity, and other violent crime. Linda was believed to be driving her blue Honda Civic and was supposed to be on her way again to that acupuncture appointment in Wicker Park. It's about 8 miles north, but she never arrived. Her family spent all of Monday retracing her steps, calling hospitals, checking everywhere they could think of, and found nothing. And now they are pleading with the public to help bring Linda home safely. Antoine said, "We don't know where she is. We need to find her because I'm breaking down and I don't know what to do." On Wednesday, Antoine confirmed that Linda's blue 2021 Honda Civic had been located. Well, it was empty. It was also undamaged, and it was later towed by Chicago police. And police have not released where the car was found. They have not released the location, saying that they are actively searching the surrounding area. Family members have also revealed that new video shows Linda getting out of her car and not returning to her car. We haven't seen this surveillance video, but this does suggest that she may have been on foot at some point after parking the vehicle. Authorities have also stated that Linda may be in need of medical attention. Since her disappearance, Antoine has not tried to hide his pain. He told Fox Chicago, "I'm broke down. I don't know what to do. I've done everything. I'm talking to people. We got people searching for her. I am out of options. I don't know what to do." He has also said, "She is being missed a lot, especially by me. I am not eating. I'm not really sleeping. So, man, she needs to come home. Come home." Antoine has also spoken out about Linda's mental health struggles. He explained, quote, "She has a little mental issues going on, and she took a leave of absence from her job to get help for that. As school was getting closer, it was kind of getting worse, like the anxiety, the panic attacks," end quote. Well, Linda, it's important to know, had been on leave for several months and was scheduled to return to work to that teaching position she dearly loved that Monday after Christmas break, just days after she disappeared. And her family insists that while she had been struggling, she was getting help and that she would never.
This sounds like it's gonna be a Lifetime movie when this case comes to an end. This is gonna be interesting. Cause like the other ones, the videos we saw, the police is gonna check they're gonna connect the dots. They're gonna find a real answer.
Ever intentionally disappear.
Well, right now, coworkers and family, along with community members, are all searching for a missing CPS teacher.
Linda Brown was last seen outside her home on the city's south side. WGN's Andrea Medina brings you more details about Linda.
This is so out of her character to be missing.
53-year-old Linda Brown has not been seen or heard from since January 3rd after leaving her Brownsville home.
5
Only
days ago.
silence has followed, and as the quiet stretches on, the worry deepens for Linda's husband, sister, and brother-in-law.
Something was off. She normally answers her phone when I call.
She is with contact with Antoine all the time. No matter where she goes or what she's doing, he knows where she's at and what she's doing.
Family members say Linda had been experiencing mental health challenges and was actively receiving support, but don't believe she would intentionally disappear. They say
I gotta say hello to my friend and JJ and Mimi. I know they in bed, but I'm saying hello to Crook County. How you doing? And thank you for stopping by.
Linda left her home on Saturday morning near the 4500 block of South Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Drive. They believe she may be driving a blue Honda Civic with Illinois plate number CX57470. The exact time she stepped out remains unknown, but what is known is Linda had a 9 a.m. acupuncture appointment in Wicker Park and never arrived. From that moment on, her whereabouts have remained a mystery.
I texted her again maybe around 2 o'clock and I still hadn't heard from her. So then that's when we got in touch with Antoine to say, how's Linda doing today? Have you talked to her at all? And then he was like, no, I was thinking that maybe she was with you and I haven't seen her.
A dedicated special education teacher at Healy Elementary School, Linda was expected to report to work today. Her family says it's unthinkable that she would miss for the students who rely on her.
That was her main thing, is helping kids, that she loved it. She never missed a day of work. She always went, and she always had a smile on her face. Positive attitude all the time.
Her sudden disappearance has left their family desperate for answers. They have searched nearby areas and called.
I don't know. This sounds kind of strange, but I can't say allegedly, so I don't want to put anything out there that is not true. But this is for general purpose, educational purposes only.
Hospitals, yet they refuse to give up, holding on to hope and praying for her safe return.
Baby, I just want to let you know that we love you. We want you home. And please call us. Call someone to let us know that you are safe.
Linda's family is thankful to the community for stepping up and offering support as they search for her. Healy Elementary School is providing care and resources to students and staff impacted by her disappearance. CPD urges anyone with information to contact them immediately. Reporting outside CPD had.
This definitely feels kind of unnerving, to be honest. And she's been missing since January 3rd. And she didn't catch a flight nowhere. It's been raining today. It's been nice for the last couple of days. And if they found her car, she definitely had to go with somebody.
Reporters Andrea Medina, WGN News.
And this is where Linda's story becomes part of a much bigger conversation. Across the country, teachers are leaving the profession in record numbers, and it's not because they stop caring. It's because the weight has become too heavy to carry alone. Many teachers are facing overwhelming workloads, growing classroom behavioral challenges, chronic staff shortages, and a lack of meaningful administrative support. And on top of that, they are carrying the emotional responsibility, just like Linda does, of dozens of children every single day. They are problem solvers. They are protectors. They are advocates, just like Linda. They are counselors, caregivers, often doing all of this in a day's work. But what is rarely talked about is how trapped many teachers quietly feel. They have spent years earning degrees, taking on student loan debt, completing certifications, and building careers that become deeply tied to their identities. Teaching is not just what they do. It becomes who they are, and they don't want to abandon their students. They don't want to let families down. They don't want to disappoint coworkers who are already stretched thin and financially.
Yeah, if you got her and podcast is already catching the story. It's definitely going to be Dateline 48 hours mystery. I agree. What else? Yeah. 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 And I pray it's not foul play. That's the scary part, right? 5 days, no one's heard from you. I don't know. Crazy.
Financially, many feel they cannot simply walk away and start over, even when their mental health is suffering. For a lot of
Mhm.
educators, the pressure doesn't ease during breaks. In fact, it can get worse.
Mm.
Extended breaks can become a countdown. Each passing day brings them closer to returning to an environment that has been slowly wearing them down.
Mm.
What is supposed to feel like rest can instead become filled with dread, anxiety, panic, and an overwhelming sense of pressure.
Hold on.
Some describe feeling like they
Is there any doubt that the husband had anything to do with it? Crooklyn, I don't want to put that out there just yet. So I ain't gonna say yes, and I ain't gonna say no. All I'm gonna say is allegedly he's innocent until proven guilty. And this is for entertainment purposes only, educational.
are standing on the edge of something they don't know how to face anymore. So when you look at Linda, who had been on leave,
She looked
who was
tall.
facing a scheduled return to the classroom, it raises very real concerns, honestly, for me, about how much emotional weight truly she may have been carrying quietly and internally. And while it is possible that Linda may have slipped away on her own because of anxiety or emotional distress, it is just as possible that something else may have happened entirely. We simply do not know at this
Mhm.
time. And that is exactly why it is critical that Linda is found. As in many missing person cases that gain public attention, parts of the internet have begun to dissect every word her husband Antoine said.
You knew that was gonna come up. And I was just asking out of curiosity, does he have a background? That's all I would like to know. Yes or no? I'd like to know have they been having any arguments. I'm sure the police had already asked him this question. See, the same thing, Crook County, you was thinking, I just didn't want to say.
States and says every pause he makes and every expression on his face. People
And one thing about the internet, they will solve a case.
are analyzing his interviews, his tone, his wording, and even his body language. Some are drawing comparisons to infamous criminal cases and have gone as far as mentioning names like Scott Peterson and Chris Watts. But here's the truth. Antoine has never been called a suspect or even a person of interest by police yet. And he
She said,
is supported by Linda's family, who we're about to hear from soon. And we need to remember he's a husband whose wife is missing. He claims that he has not been sleeping, has not been eating, and he is pleading for help and searching for the person that he says that he has loved for more than a decade.
We watched the movie Friday night, and she went to bed before I did. I stayed up a little later. She was in the bed when I went to bed. When I woke up at 8:35, she was gone.
Did she take anything?
She didn't take anything. She took her purse, credit cards, but I'm thinking she was at acupuncture.
So, hey, Beth, I ain't want to say it, but I don't know. The thing is, if she was in the house with you, you didn't hear her go out that door. Y'all don't have no alarms in your house where, like, if you know how to do your ring doorbell catch you as you go outside the door. Do they have cameras on their doors? Does the neighbors have a camera? Do the people across the street got a camera? It's got to be more to the story. And Beth, I cannot put that up there.
Linda is a longtime special ed teacher at Robert Healy Elementary. Her husband says she has a history of mental
What's his
illness,
job?
but has never gone missing before.
If you watching this, please come home. Your family is missing you. I'm missing you. Your friends are missing you. Linda, we need you to come home, baby. Seriously, we need you to come home.
Right now, most important thing, let's find Linda. Let's bring her home safely.
Let's bring
Chicago
Linda
police are
home.
asking anyone with information to contact Area 1 Special Victims Unit at 312-747-8380 or call 911. Her family believes Linda may still be on foot and they need the public's help. Now, we want to bring in someone who knows
I just can't hold
Linda,
on.
not as
I just can't see her being on foot because it'll still be cold at night. There's a bigger picture to this story that we do not know and they're not telling us.
headline that we are all watching, but as family, Linda's niece is here to share who Linda is and what this has been like for their family and what they want the public to know. Now that the holidays are over, a lot of people are feeling that Mint Mobile families and advocates of people who are missing or murdered through education, support, and outreach. So, in other words, true crime is not new to Jen Rivera, but it is affecting your family. And I can't imagine this is not something you had expected when you saw that your aunt was now reported as missing. And you saw your aunt as recently as Christmas Day. Is that right? And how was she? Can I ask when you saw her? Was it Christmas Day you saw her?
Yes, so it was Christmas Day. We get together every holiday. We do vacations together. So that was the most recent interaction that I had with Linda. And if I'm being totally honest, she was struggling with her mental health. So, and she personally pulled me aside. We had a heart-to-heart conversation. She was talking about how she was struggling with panic attacks. And we just had an in-depth conversation about that, just being women and panic attacks and mental health. And so I do know she was struggling. She was getting help. She was getting treatment. But, you know, that was my last interaction with her. So it was concerning, you know, as a family, we were concerned for her, but we kept in contact with her constantly. So
Your your aunt's case is making the headlines. A lot of people are wondering and looking and speculating, including us here at Hidden True Crime. The most recent news today is that surveillance video has shown Linda leaving her vehicle, but police haven't released that. Have you seen that surveillance? Do you know anything about that? They're not releasing the location or anything.
So I haven't seen, but I have gotten permission by the detectives that are working on the case and by my family. So you're actually the first podcast that's going to get this news. And I am sharing a video shortly that gives kind of a full update directly from my family and from detectives and what we can share. Obviously, there's details we're not going to be able to share. We don't want to jeopardize the investigation. But what we can share is that Linda was seen on surveillance. She was last seen on Saturday morning, early Saturday morning at 3 a.m.
3 a.m.
So surveillance does show her parking her vehicle near 35th and Lake Park, which is still in the Bronzeville area. It's not far from the lakefront.
Beth said
and what
that.
she did do is she left her vehicle on foot and then walked across the bridge near 35th and Lake Park, which is basically like a pedestrian bridge, and it leads to a huge walking trail that goes all through the lakefront on both sides.
Beth, what you know about
she's
this?
seen crossing that bridge, and then that's the last that surveillance has caught. She was not seen returning to her vehicle, and right now detectives are still working to try and find any additional surveillance footage of her. But that's what we do know. Obviously, her car was found. I can't, at this moment, share whether it was searched, you know, any additional information there. But as far as we know, the car was in good condition and it was parked and she left. So right now, additional information that we have is that detective.
So her husband is not involved with this. I believe he's not. It sounds like he could have been, but I don't think so now.
Detectives have searched the entire area, that area. They used search dogs, they used drones, and Linda still has not been located. So at this point, we're still continuing our search. our family is working together with the local teachers and the teachers union as well, the Chicago Public School District, because as you're aware, Linda is a Chicago Public School District teacher. And so we've gotten a lot of support, but we are working to start a search. We're putting together a search party and we're planning on going out very soon. We'll be starting in the area that the police have already searched, but basically where Linda's car was found, that's where we're going to start our search and just start looking all up and down the lakefront because it does lead to the lake. There is a little beach over there. But at this point, we're hoping and praying Linda is still on foot. But it's been, 6 days now? So she's probably covered a lot of ground if she's still on foot. So we're still asking and pleading with the public to continue to look and keep an eye out for Linda.
Wow, it's cold. When I came in, the lakefront was flooded and it's raining very hard out there. Where it was from between 7 and 9 or 7 and 10, right, Beth? And the lakefront, oh, there was puddles everywhere on the Lakeshore Drive coming north from the north. So I can only imagine what the south looked like.
Thank you. Wow, yeah, and nothing, 6 days later, no sign of her. But that is big news. There's been a lot of,
and the thing is, if you don't know about the lakefront, Lakeshore Drive, there's a lot of there was major puddles out there. The Lakeshore Drive was flooded today as I was coming home. But the lakefront, people walk up and down the lakefront all day long.
scrutiny. I'm going to be honest, and we're going to talk about it on your uncle, on her husband, Antoine.
Yes.
A lot of people wondering about him. Can you help us understand any more of the dynamics of their marriage, of the scrutiny, what you want to share with us?
Yeah, absolutely. So as far as we know, obviously, we know that what we see, what we've interacted with our family members, but there has never been any, sign of domestic violence or issues in their marriage. They're always very loving with each other. They're, every time we're together, they joke around. They're very affectionate. So we've never seen Antoine be physical or violent with Linda in any way whatsoever. And I do want to preface this by saying too, Antoine has never been a suspect in this case, according to detectives.
Okay.
Now, I know that people, just being in this space, being in true crime, people, when they don't have a lot of information and there's only specific things that are being shared with the public, it's very easy to come to conclusions, right? So I'm not surprised that there's a lot of theories and conspiracy theories out there. But I'm here to clear that up because, again, what wasn't released was that Linda was on surveillance. Linda was seen in her vehicle by herself and then leaving on foot from her vehicle and heading over that bridge. Again, she was struggling with mental health issues. Now, she's never just gone missing before. So this is new to our family. This has never happened. It's not a pattern for her. So it's very out of character. And so our concern is that she was in a very, most likely, panic state, possibly just having a mental crisis. And, they had gone to sleep. So Linda and Antoine had gone to sleep Friday night. And so when he woke up, she was gone. So he just assumed that she went to her regularly scheduled appointment and didn't think too much of it until so many hours had passed and he hadn't heard from her. So again, just to clear that up, Antoine is not a suspect. He did not hurt Linda. Linda was already seen. There's physical evidence of her being shown leaving and in that last location that I shared.
Okay. And this
we could take the husband out of the equation because she was last seen going over the Lakeshore Drive by herself. Apparently she doesn't have her cell phone with her, so we just have to keep watching to find out what's new updates.
not a pattern. When she pulled you aside then during a Christmas gathering, Did she share specifics about her mental health that you can share with us to understand a little bit more about why she might have left in the, I mean, I'm going to call 3 a.m. the middle of the night, but sort of a odd time?
If I'm being honest, no. Other than just regular panic attacks, things that she struggled with before in the past, nothing new. There wasn't any indication. And, I replay that conversation over and over in my head now because that is the last interaction that I had with her, besides saying our goodbyes, hugs, and kisses and all that before going on our way after Christmas Day. But, and I try to pinpoint, did I miss something? Should I have asked other questions? But
Hey, one thing for certain, two things for sure. Mental health is real.
at the end of the day, there really were no huge indicators that there was anything different. There was a change in her mental state other than what it already was. And it was just us being supportive like we were. I mean, we laughed, we joked. There was no like huge indicators. And that's what makes this even more devastating.
Yeah. And that acupuncture appointment, it was real. It is confirmed and she didn't show. Is that okay?
Yes. So that is an ongoing appointment. She goes every Saturday at 9 a.m. So that's an ongoing thing. She always goes. So again, that's why Antoine just figured it's not something that she misses. She's usually always there. So it is real. Yes.
Well, I'm unfamiliar with the area. And so the place where she was last seen on surveillance, could that have been around? Maybe she was still anticipating to go to that appointment and couldn't sleep and was restless and drove that direction, or is it an opposite direction?
No, well, it's not far from her home. So what we're concerned about too, I mean, there's quite a few different possibilities, and obviously we don't know for sure, right? So we have to speculate as family members as well. But what we do know is that, yes, it wasn't far from her home. It's very possible she was just maybe antsy or couldn't sleep and just decided.
Yeah, but it's far from Wicker Park and Bronzeville. It's got to be like, what do you say, Beth? Maybe 40 minutes from each other, maybe 30 minutes apart. But she went towards the lakefront, so it's not good.
To get out, maybe get some fresh air and go on a walk that was
At
literally
3 o'clock in the morning?
But 3 a.m., obviously it's kind of a questionable area. I mean, it's in Chicago. It's in the heart of Chicago. Our crime rate is very high. It's at 3 in the morning. She's walking alone by herself. So that would be one of our biggest fears too, on top of anything else is, was she hurt? Did something happen? Did someone spot her by herself?
Safe at home. Good, Beth.
And, try to hurt her in some way. So that's what we're really concerned about too. And because so much time has passed already, knowing that she was on foot last, that's where we're really concerned.
Yeah.
But again, we don't know. That's the scary thing. We just don't know. And that's why we continue to search and to continue to let detectives do their job and find any additional evidence or information that they can.
This really is a case that's important for the public to know about so they can help look for her. Have police say that when she got out of her car, did she seem like she was in a panic? Did she seem content? Did she seem to know where she was going? Did she look confused? Have they stated anything about her state?
So I think that might be a little difficult to say just because of
3 o'clock in the morning.
The surveillance footage. I mean, it literally just shows her coming from her car and just walking towards the bridge. So it's hard to say what her mental state was. I mean, we can say maybe she was a little disoriented, but that's really hard to say because if she's just walking from one point to the next, it's really hard to pinpoint what was really going on. There's not like close-up shots of her face where we can actually see expressions or anything like that. So, I mean, we can only assume that, she was maybe struggling and just decided to get some fresh air. But again, this is where all these questions come in because we don't know for sure. We can only continue to speculate.
Yeah. Yeah. Tell me a little bit about your aunt.
So she's
Listen, if you want to see the full video is Hidden True Crimes. Shocking new evidence in search for missing Chicago teacher Linda Brown. Listen, make sure I hit that like button. To share too. Listen. Oh, they had a flyer. That's man. If anybody's seen this young lady, call 911. Like I said, if you see something, say something. Help this family bring their loved one home. With so much going on in the world, there's still real things happening close to home. We pray that she is okay and she return back to her family in one piece. And that, that God is, oh, my basement is dry. Oh, my basement's dry too. Well, I don't know. I didn't go downstairs to look. I just pray for this family. And my heart goes out to this young lady. We looked at 3 stories tonight, and this one just so sad. The first one we saw was Shadura Sanders, who lost all his people stole his stuff, but those things can be replaced. This life can never be replaced. So please, if you can, follow this story on Hidden True Crime. Hidden True Crime, and support the family the best way you can. Well, Beth, it's so nice to see you, Beth, in Crook County. I said I was going to do my hour. I kept my word. I was coming back, but I know I wanted to show you the receipts from the Family Dollar in Harvey, but I'm going to have to do that another day. But I just want to do 3 stories to go for the next 30 days to do my live and do 3 stories every night for what's in the news. This is coming off like Nyla Franklin. Oh, okay. So I had to look at that. Oh, no, I'm not going to erase it because it just going listen. Your intuition is your intuition. I'm going to let you have it. I appreciate you, Beth. So the next 30 days, because, that becomes a habit. Next 30 days for an hour, we're going to do 3 stories that's in the news, and we're going to follow up on this story right here so that we can, keep the family out there. Check out that case. Okay, let me, hold on. 3 stories, 30 days. Nyla Franklin. Okay, we might have to watch. I'm going to check that out tomorrow. Got it. Yes. Oh, it's based out of Chicago. Wait, hold on. Is this the girl who she had a boyfriend and her boyfriend unalived her? Hold on. There are people who jump into water, as they say. That's true. Listen, I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I know that story because she used to work at Leo Burnett Starcom. I used to work there. That's how I know about that story, because I used to work there, and that's around that time when that had happened. Yeah, I know who you're talking about. Man, that story, yeah, that came back 10 times fold. Yes, I remember that story. Man, it took me a minute. Well, with that being said, Crook County and Beth, I hope y'all hit that like button. I know you subscribe. And I'm going wow, small world, 6 degrees of separation. Once everybody, facts. I always say, if you live in Chicago and you from Chicago, you know somebody who knows somebody, and it gets right back. Small world, big city, small world. So with that being said, I thank you. Oh, and don't forget I'll bleed this up for a minute. And don't forget to follow this story and this missing person who is a Chicago public school teacher who is missing since January 3rd, 2026. Well, this your girl D-Love from the South Side, Inglewood for Life, Chicago, that is. And I will see you tomorrow. And good night, Beth and Crook County and JJ and Mimi. Holla. I'm out of here, y'all. Now I gotta forget. Good night, Beth. You be good. You stay out of trouble, Beth.
Fix that fire.